Okay, now we go to the international championship match. Takeshita and Ospreay and Ricochet. A wild match. And it was funny that I tweeted out before the match, I'd really like to see Takeshita win this match. I really would. I think he deserves it, and I think it would certainly be a nice twist for everybody. And lo and behold, he gets out of there with the title, thanks to a little help from Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis. And we have a new international champion. But the interesting part about this match is, once again, we saw a lot of the aerial stuff, a lot of the gymnastic stuff. And ironically, our friend The Undertaker did an interview on Booker T's Hall of Fame show. And this is what he said about the difference between about storytelling and moves and the importance of them in pro wrestling. And I don't want to get into the whole thing. He essentially, and it's a long quote. So he essentially said, look, storytelling is the priority. The guys are in a tough spot because they're so athletic, so they want to show that off and they want to try and do everything they can in the ring. But when it comes down to it, it's about telling a story. And once again, I was going through the X feeds and stuff, checking it out and seeing what everybody was saying about the match. And, a lot of people were saying, why are they doing this stuff? Why are Ricochet and Ospreay flying around all over the place? Just get down to it. And, we talked about this last week too, Stu, about, was this a wrestling match? And there's no doubt this was a pretty good match. But is The Undertaker right? Are they doing too much?
It is. It's hard to say. And I have all the respect in the world for Undertaker. Undertaker is an old school guy. He is totally old school. And there are those from that era, and I'm talking even before Undertaker, that would say that Ospreay and Ricochet were doing too much. That storytelling is the priority. And that is true to an extent. At the same time, I think today's fans, if you see Will Ospreay and Ricochet in the ring, you expect to see the flips and everything. Right. So
and the crowd was going nuts.
Yeah. So I think there's got to be a balance. You got to have the balance of showing off the athleticism while at the same time telling the story of the match. I enjoyed the match. I thought it was great. The Kyle Fletcher turn, I think, was expected. I actually felt like Takeshita was going to win the title. And that's what happened. I was a little surprised that Ospreay actually ate the pin, but with the interference and all that, okay, I can see that. Where all this goes from here, that's going to be an interesting thing to watch, because does Will Ospreay want a rematch? Does he go in a different direction? Obviously, there are those that are going to be lining up to take on Takeshita, and we're going to see the Don Callis family, get involved in all that. So there's quite a bit of storytelling around this match, and even going forward from this match, that can happen, that could be very compelling.
Yeah, and Takeshita was a great dance partner for those guys last night too. I kind of got a laugh when they did a sequence where Ospreay and Ricochet did a sequence where they were flying all over the place. They landed, and then Takeshita just came in and clocked them both. That was great. Yeah. And I think that was kind of symbolic to some of the fans that don't necessarily like all the acrobatics, to say, yeah, down you go, you goofballs. And Takeshita did a great job hanging with those guys the whole night. I'm happy for him, because he was starting to fade off a little bit, and he's just too good a wrestler to get pushed to the side. So a huge win for him last night. We'll see if maybe Ricochet comes after him. Ospreay's going to have some business with Fletcher, I would imagine, for a while. But, it definitely was one of the matches of the night. And I think it struck a good balance. So if you get a chance to watch that match, I'd highly recommend it, and see what you think. It was pretty incredible. So
yeah, I totally agree. And it did strike a balance. I do agree. It's going to be Ospreay and Fletcher. In the coming weeks, does Ricochet go after Takeshita by himself? Does Ricochet go in a different direction? Like I said, again, there's going to be, plenty of challengers for that international title around the waist of Takeshita, and good on AEW to take advantage of the success that Takeshita, easy for me to say, had in the G1. So it made total sense.
Hi, pro wrestling fans. Mark Hoke here. I'd really appreciate it if you would take a moment to join the Mark Hoke Show family, and please click on the subscribe button below. Also, please stick around and check out the incredible sponsor of this video. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on the Mark Hoke Show YouTube channel.
Looking for high-quality custom screen printing in Las Vegas? Look no further than Off-Grid Creations. Need a few custom t-shirts for a local event, band merchandise, or family reunion? We've got you covered. Large order of uniforms for your staff, sports team, or club? We can handle that too. Our experienced team will work closely with you throughout the entire process from design consultation to final product. Call us at 661-300-1115. That's 661-300-1115, or visit our website at off-gridcreations.com. Get a free consultation today.